I don't think my son is sleeping. My son Leo is 5. For the past 3 months, he's been waking up every night at exactly 3:17 a.m. Not crying, not calling for me. I'll just open my eyes and he'll be standing beside my bed, perfectly still, watching me in the dark. At first I thought it was night terrors the doctor said he'd grow out of it, but he hasn't. Last week I installed a small camera in his room just to see what was happening. The footage from the first night is burned into my mind. At 3:14 a.m., Leo sits up in bed. His movements are smooth, too smooth for a sleeping child. He doesn't rub his eyes, he doesn't yawn. He just swings his legs over the side of the bed and stands up. He walks to the center of his room, his back to the camera, and he just stands there for 2 minutes. At 3:16 a.m., he begins to whisper. The audio was too faint at first, but I cleaned it up. He's not whispering words, he's whispering numbers. A long, slow string of them. 4, 19, 7, 2. Then at 3:17 a.m. on the dot, he goes silent. He turns his head, just enough for the camera to catch the profile of his face. His eyes are wide, black pools in the grainy night vision. He isn't blinking. He walks out of his room, and a moment later I felt his presence beside my bed. Last night I decided I wouldn't sleep, I would watch him. I sat in the corner of his room, in the dark, and waited. 3:14 a.m. came. He sat up, he stood, he walked to the center of the room, his back to me, and began his whispered count. My blood was ice. 4, 19, 7, 2. I couldn't take it anymore. Leo? I whispered, my voice cracking. The counting stopped. His head tilted like a dog hearing a distant sound. Then, slowly, his entire body turned to face me. It was a stiff, unnatural rotation. His eyes were open, but they weren't his. They were ancient. He smiled. It was a smile that didn't belong on a child's face. It was a tired, patient, cruel smile. In a voice that was raspy and thin, a voice that has never been used by a 5-year-old boy, he spoke. We were wondering when you would finally join us, he said. The counting gets so very lonely. He took a step towards me. It's your turn to count now. Subscribe for more stories.